You have a tightness in your chest, you have discomfort in this area. We'll go through exercises that can help you resolve it, and I will explain to you how it works. First of all, let's talk about what happens in our body. Our explanation is relatively simple. In everyday life, we mostly have our arms in this area, whether we are sitting at a table and writing, or doing manual work, or working in the kitchen. The arms are always here in front, and very rarely, very little here in the back, unless we do a specific sport where that might be needed. And that means that we are increasingly shortening all the structures up front. It has too much tension, the fascia becomes entangled. It's getting tighter up here, and that also affects the posture. And if we are too tight up here, what should we do? We open it. And how to do that, I'll show you now. And today I have Ina with me again. She shows you the exercises, and I explain to you how we do them and what exactly happens there. In the vast majority of cases, such feelings come from muscles that are too tense. If you feel that the exercises are not effective, then you should definitely have it checked out by your doctor to see if it is something organic. For the exercises we are beginning now, a corner is very important, otherwise a door frame will also do. You practically go around the corner and then we'll set it up. It is now about repeatedly positioning yourself like this, arms horizontal, and then going one hand's breadth higher forward. Elbows are fully extended. And now it is important that you take one foot back and one forward. And don't go in with the torso to the corner, but with the upper end of the sternum. So this point here, it has to go further into the corner, because then it immediately opens this structure here in the front. So you go in, take your time, breathe deeply in and out, and when you have done that for about a minute, then start and press against the wall with your hands, but without moving your body. It must remain completely still while pressing. This is our strength training, which ensures that you gain strength in these stretched states. So we combine stretching with strengthening, and then you go, after you have tensed for about 3-4 seconds, you go further in with the upper end of the sternum. Increase the stretch and push against the wall again, applying as much strength as possible, but the body must not move again. And when you stop tensing, then you notice again how there is space here in front, and you fill this space by going a little further in. And after 2 minutes, you slowly come out, and the exercise is done. You do the same thing at a different angle. You go a little higher, about 30 degrees, and again the same sequence, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. And run into the upper end of the sternum and make sure that the elbows are fully extended. Start counter-tensioning again after about 1 minute and repeat that, and you will notice that after each tensioning you can stretch further. So, and then there is a third angle that is important, the 45 degrees, and always the same principle apply. This is the first exercise group, so to speak, which is important for this area. And then you start again at the first height, where you slightly go above the horizontal, but now you bend your elbows so that the upper arms have this angle. Slightly ascending, but the forearms are facing upwards, and now you will notice it feels different, it pulls differently. This pulls in more here and in the shoulder area, and it opens up another layer of tissues that have become too tight there. In terms of the process, it's the same again. The upper end of the sternum runs in, and when you press now, you press on one hand during tension, during counter-tension. During strength training, you push against the wall with your arm forward, and at the same time, you also try to rotate the arm inward. So you make this movement and then this movement. More precisely, tension, because there is no movement, because the wall stops you. And you do the same at the slightly higher angle of 30 degrees on the upper arm, and then you notice now another layer of tissue is affected. And you do the same thing again when the arms are at a 45-degree angle, and it will feel different again. And when you come out of the corner, then step out, Ina. It's always a great feeling because you notice how open everything is. And now I will show you another exercise that you can do with a shoulder stretcher or with a towel, something that adjusts your arms to a certain length. By the way, if you like all of this, then give us a thumbs up. Look, Ina, reach in and reach in such a way that you notice when you take your arms stretched upwards that you just barely, that's difficult, right? Yes, exactly. That's the right length. So, whatever you grab and use, adjust it in a way that you practically bring your arms forward, keeping your elbows fully extended, and then come back again. And then you notice there's a point where it gets stuck, and right at that point, that's where the training is, to make everything relaxed and lengthen. And you can either stay close to this point and dissolve it very specifically, or you can practically include the whole shoulder in the movement so that many different layers of tissue are affected again and again. And you will also notice that it will have an incredibly liberating effect on this whole area here. I am very sure you will enjoy it. If you don't want to miss any videos, please subscribe here below, and here you will find more videos.